to the game.
Welcome to Madden NFL 26. Before you take your first snaps, stop by the accessibility settings. Tweak the game so it's the perfect experience for you, and hit continue when you're all set.
Nem kérünk zenét, mert csak leszívet.
Let's tailor your game to you with a few options. You can come back and change them in the settings menu anytime.
Megnézem a karrierrészt, hogy milyen.
Welcome to Superstar, a place where you will travel your own road to NFL stardom. Craft your own career, one that could lead to awards, Super Bowl glory, and even a spot in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But legendary careers must start somewhere, and this is your blank canvas, the humble beginning of an unforgettable journey. Before you take your first snaps, let's see what type of player you're going to be.
Megcsináljuk olyanra, hogy ne tűnjön el a pályán. Ez az. Nagyon jól néz ki. Nem értek a játékhoz, annyit tudok csak, hogy megjelent. Ezt mondja.
It starts as one dream, shared across thousands of backyards and practice fields. A dream many will have, but few will realize. It requires
Skippelem, mert nem tudom azt, hogy mennyire díjazza a YouTube.
On the road to the NFL draft, the scouting combine is the biggest checkpoint. No other event has its power to elevate or sink a prospect. Everything comes down to how they test. Most meg lesz beszélve az, hogy mit várnak tőlem. What's your plan for the final days of prep? Jól néz ki a játék.
Igen, játszani akarok. Azért vagyok itt.
From its annual home of Indianapolis, Indiana, it is time for the 2025 NFL Scouting Combine. I'm Kate Scott, so happy to welcome you here for another year alongside someone who went through this event himself as a player. It was a few years ago, but he still remembers it, Mr. Brock Hewitt. And Brock, it is just about time for one of the most important events in the pre-draft process, as these players try to convince all 32 NFL teams that they should be their first-round pick.
And let me just tell you, these guys have prepared as much for today as they did for the most important games of their college careers. We've got our eyes on a lot of the biggest names here, but there's one of my fellow signal callers in particular we're all very excited to see test.
And of course, this electrifying athlete at the quarterback position. And he's up next at the Combine's most popular event. It's time for the 40-yard dash. He's getting ready, down into his stance, and here we go.
Simply put, not a good time for him right there. Just didn't have the burst off the line or the long speed that he needed to.
Coming up, here he is in the 40-yard dash.
Simply put, not a good time for him right there. Just didn't have the burst off the line or the long speed that he needed to.
Coming up, here he is in the 40-yard dash.
Megcsináljuk.
Simply put, not a good time for him right there. Just didn't have the burst off the line or the long speed that he needed to.
Next up, the all-important test of strength for a future NFLer. It's chest day, baby. Turn on the bench press.
Well, we expected him to keep going for a while here. Bit of an early exit, and underwhelming to say the least.
Well, every football fan knows this. Explosiveness and agility are so important at every position. And now we're going to see how much he has of both here in the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
Újra! Ugriból
So
jó
now it's
vagyok.
his turn at the broad jump.
De már megint...
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
De miért ugrálok ennyire rövidet? A faszom.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
Jó. Szarni rá.
All right, it is time for the fastest event of the Combine. It's a showcase of how well you can change direction. It's the 20-yard shuttle.
There's just no way around it, Kate. That's just not a good showing at all. You need better change of direction to succeed at this position, really in any league, but especially the NFL.
All right, partner, the traditional drills are done. Now the all-important moment where he can make the throws they're going to need him to on Sundays.
Take your time, focus. You're almost there, a little more. Come on, let's finish strong. Pick it up already.
Értem már.
One more. Push through.
De lépjél be vele, bazd meg. Ne? Újra.
That was a tough showing for him. It really was a chance to wow in front of personnel from every team in the league, but this
akkor nézzük a draftot. Most már kíváncsi vagyok.
When that cell phone rings, time stops. It's the single second that years upon years of work have been leading toward, and the conversation that follows ends one chapter of a football life while beginning another.
Hát nem egészen ide akartam kerülni, de hát ez van. Írjuk alá a mai szerződés. Készen állok! Nyomjuk! Megcsinálom! Mondom, megcsinálom!
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Shout United.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Taken down and sacked.
Osa Odigizua getting in there for the sack. It's got to feel great as he gets this preseason off on the right foot.
At the 22.
Really nice job here by the defense coming away with that sack. And it's this pass rush, Mike, that I think has to continue to make their presence felt as they try to put themselves in position to pull this game out.
He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
It is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got...
There you see Sean McVay, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Rams. His team heading back onto the field. And Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
No, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
Now they'll set up to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd and 11. Here's a handoff to Williams. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
Hú, ez nem lesz könnyű.
The Rams offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
Okay, it's great. Set. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's down the field for Higbee. That'll be batted away. Incomplete.
De mit csinálják, ha nem tudja elkapni a kurva élet?
It's 2nd down.
So, Mike, regardless of what everyone else is playing, anytime there's a one single high safety, whether everyone's in man or zone, he's really just a full field zone defender. His job is to just help everyone across the board. And there's an element of instincts, there's an element of understanding offensive game plan. And then at the end of the day, you've got to have the speed and the ball skills to get to the ball and contest as many throws as you can.
This time they stay on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
Ha odaadom neki, akkor legalább elkaphatná.
So it's a win for the Cowboys as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason.
The dream of reaching the NFL has been realized, but within this opening chapter, there is a message for every rookie. In the NFL, nothing is given. Everything must be earned.
Mehet a következő meccs. Másik, mint tudunk kihozni belőle. Legyen egy passzjáték.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And it'll bring up second down.
At the 25-yard line.
The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete.
De az olyan szép volt. Miért nem kapod el?
And it's going to force third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
That one caught by Adams. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation. And now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Rams offense ready for this next possession. And Greg, it's the time of year where those veterans know they're going to make the team. They're going to be on the roster for the opener. So when you went through that phase of your career, how did you approach the preseason?
Yeah, certainly different when I was a rookie or really early in my career than I was towards the back end. There's no question. And I think as I got older in the league and a little bit more established, my priorities of what I wanted out of those games, Mike, I think might have changed a little bit, right? I wanted to feel what it was like to get tackled. I wanted to feel what it was like just getting in and out of the huddle, keeping up with the play clock, getting into the operation of the game. It wasn't necessarily about how many catches or trying to make the roster, but it was the next step, preparing myself for the inevitability of a week one playing the full game in a full live environment. So this was the next step. You got practice to get your body right.
It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tarheed Still. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field.
Hát ez some good intersections.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw.
És miért lesz a labda?
For the course, the key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
The Rams offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
He'll drop to throw. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Tutu Atwell.
Hogy lehetek ennyire inkompetensek, hogy nem kapnak el egy labdát?
And it's going to be 3rd down.
It just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. The Rams offense going to take over just before the half. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
The 1st down pass. Complete to...
So, halftime here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hansen. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the 1st half. What will happen in the 2nd half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Rams offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll look to throw. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And that is incomplete.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
Oh, the ball's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
The quarterback set.
Jó, ezt elgondolkodtam.
Themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher
Ezt én basztam
through
el.
that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Tries to get that one down.
Azt is nem észre.
It is incomplete.
Jó, te jó volt
Wasted
úgy.
drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far,
Hát nem én leszek a legjobb irányító, az már biztos.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
To second and 10.
On the ground, it's Quorum. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
70 Lion. Go.
And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Ezt már érzem.
The Rams offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Nézzük meg ezt.
That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Second down at the 34-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Big rush from the safety. Alohi Gilman gets in there and drops him for a sack.
3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
Nagyon jó.
So points at
Végre valaki elkapja a labdát.
Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. EA Sports back for more. The NFL preseason after this. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. As we move closer to the regular season, they'll wrap up the preseason with the finale next week before we get it going for real come September.
Mi? Nem jött? Jó. Oké. Ez nehéz lesz. Hol van? Kifogyott a izéből.
This franchise considers him a key part of its future. In its present, though, he's going to have to earn his playing time and faces an uphill battle to unseat the current starter.
I'm ready! Csináljuk. Harcos vagyok.
First play from the 25, and they'll throw. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 7. He's got his tight end likely downfield. 23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Rams first down.
First down, Rams.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass. And
the pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That's the 4-time All-Pro Myles Garrett. He gets in for another sack. He's piling them up here in this preseason. Looking down the field, but that ball's incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Rams offense ready to see the football for the second time. And Greg, after this one, it counts for real. Final preseason game. What's the feeling like around the team in the locker room when you get to this point, the end of the preseason?
I think the biggest emotion is probably relief. I think especially for some of the older guys, Mike, it's did you get through healthy? Is your body right? And are you mentally ready for what's going to be a very long, turbulent, up and down? There's going to be a lot of good moments. There's going to be some bad moments. Are you physically and mentally ready for what an NFL season is going to be like? And I think that's what every guy in that locker room is asking themselves, taking inventory of their own checklist. So get through training camp, get through the dog days of camp, and get into a routine, get into the regular season practice schedule, and inevitably get to what matters the most, which is the games.
He'll look to throw here on first down. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 46, here's second down and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to look deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. The Rams offense ready to get back at it. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Oh, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
To the tight end, likely. And And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. That pickup, good for 29 yards.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an arc to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set.
Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And that's what you call an inexcusable mistake. Sometimes you just have to understand there's no play to be made, no matter how hard you try. There's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless. You just can't put the ball in harm's way.
Rams offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet inbound.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 18 yards on the connection. First down, LA.
First down, Los Angeles.
Kezdünk alakulni. Nézzünk egy double stuntet.
On the slant. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Ez jól jött ki.
That's 19 yards for the second straight play. They are rolling. Another first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 30-yard line.
Double stunt, az előbbi
A good spot here, second and a yard. They'll look to throw yet again. Right side, complete to Nakua. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. They'll look to throw again. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal.
Yes, reach.
Brings up second and goal.
Back to the air one more time. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
The Rams offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10.
Mesh spot. Ez jó lehet.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hanson and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our studios in Orlando. Scott Hanson with you, and we'll keep it brief because the scoring has been brief. Just one field goal as we play on 3-0. I was promised there'd be touchdowns, so let's find out if we could get one in the third quarter.
Ezt nem láttam jönni, hogy kikapunk.
So the dog pound celebrates. It's a win for the Browns. They finish the preseason on an up note. Have a couple weeks to get ready for the season opener coming in September.
Not every Hall of Fame career begins with a superstar debut. Many faces in Canton needed time before they got on the field. Such is how his career is destined to begin.
Bíznak bennünk. És message-eznem kell a izéval. Ez nincs kedvem, de mindegy. Ez egy jogos beszélgetés volt. Advance Week.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The 2nd-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a first down.
Nézzünk egy PA bootot.
And a Rams first down.
Ez lehet jó.
Now a play fake here on first down. Short throw, it's Higbee. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
And the Rams at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do him any favors. They gave him 2 road games right out of the gate. But the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Rams.
I like the boldness of that play call from the offensive coordinator because he wasn't daunted even by the double coverage. He expected to draw it to the tight end. The result, a huge gain and a major shot of confidence for everyone on the offense.
They'll look to throw again. It's caught here by Adams. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the Titans' 17-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The LA offense ready for this next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The Rams going to take over late in this 1st half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Okay. I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Intercepted. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there to force the ball free, and it's second down.
Hey, that's...
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
That's me,
Defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. He'll look to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle, thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Back to throw here.
And that
falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10.
Ready up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw is incomplete. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Spacing switch.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
LA set to take over again on offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
Looking to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
2nd and 15. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Rams getting set to go now. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one with 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On target to his man, likely. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
And a Rams 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Adams.
Complete to Devontae Adams. A gain of 14. 1st down, Rams.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone.
Jó lesz. Ready?
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You have the first one for the second one to even matter.
2nd and 2. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
That's good for a Rams.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A short one there, caught by Likely. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So all eyes on this Rams offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:24 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores.
Hold it ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Kind of a strange ball game, Charles. We did not have a single point by either team after half. Really a defensive clinic by both sides in half number 2.
Wasn't that just beautiful to watch? Come on, man. Come over to the dark side with me. Wasn't that fun to see these defenses?
Mindjárt jövök, kimegyek a mosdóba. Nem? Nem engedett? Nem. Jó, akkor majd megnézem. Megint a 49ers ellen? Az jó lesz.
Welcome back, everyone, to the NFL on EA Sports. You're back in time to see how this plays out. We pick things up inside the 2-minute warning of the fourth quarter. Throwing now, following the turnover. Caught, nice gain left side. The 30. Gets the 10.
And touchdown!
Takes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The
Dang, big
Rams
chance.
taking the lead late. Almost feel bad for those fans who went to get food before finding their seats. While they're waiting in line, got a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage.
Now, I got a sense a few of them were scooting towards the tunnel to see what the roar was all about.
Yep.
Just like this guy scooted for the explosive touchdown.
The Rams ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Up the gut they go with Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. San Francisco calls it second timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf, and that meeting didn't go so well.
On second down, a run with Williams. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up third down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Got a man, that's Nakua. And he has the first down for the Rams, and partner, that should be all they need to now coast to this win.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Rams.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's down to a knee, and the Rams getting ready to celebrate this win.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And I know it's different for every sport, Brock. So is this the point where we'd say this winning streak is official? Might have something to it. 3 wins in a row now after this latest triumph.
Well, you get to this point, and what happens is you get to that building the next day and everybody feels good. Secretary feels good, chef feels good, kitchen feels good. Everybody's feeling good at stacking these kind of wins.
Csináltuk. Hí, Cardinal, jó van. Hagyd neki. Nem baj, megoldjuk ezt is.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
Brought down at his own 6-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Caught by Nakua on the out route. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. The quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Well, cover on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Max Melton.
for these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
The Rams offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Úristen, mennyit kéne menni.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they pretty much need a touchdown on this possession, and I think if I'm the defensive coordinator, the fine line you have to find, Mike, is I know I don't want to give up a deep shot, but I also don't want to just play prevent defense and give up too much underneath. So just continue to find that balance, make them go the long way, and just bleed this clock.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That is hard. Down the field, he's got it. And he's going to have the Rams 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gain on 4th down.
1st down, Rams.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Let's give credit to the defense. I mean, those throws, they have not been there this entire game. And they have tried time and time again to test this defense downfield. And you can see a little frustration mounting from some of these receivers. They cannot connect downfield. You know, so far throughout the game, we've seen him make a lot of plays in the run game, but now he shows that he can hold his own in coverage as well. Really nice job there by the linebacker, making an impact in the passing game.
Down. They'll set up to throw. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
It's a turnover.
So I'm not sure if this is miscommunication or just bad execution, but either way, this is a ball that just needs to be completed. I mean, it's 4th down, money moment. You've got to be good.
So, here are the Rams, down on the scoreboard. A little over 80 seconds to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback, as they begin with 1st down. Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just no...
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Max Melton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that...
So it's a win for the Cardinals. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season.
Hát ez egy szarmeccs volt részemről. Last week. Training. Activities. Nyomjuk!
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the right side and intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. His interception on that last drive set the other guys up pretty good. They had solid field position. They cashed in with a touchdown. Now he's got to try to get things right here. 1st and 10.
Empty an inside post.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And he's had a hard time avoiding the interceptions of late. A couple last week, a couple more so far in this one. See if he can do better here as they start with a first down.
Megnézzük, mit lehet belőle kihozni.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
És speedig lesz.
First and 10 at
Következő.
the 41-yard line.
És törtetünk előre.
Back to throw. And this one is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Lions defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Open man is Atwell, complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
Escape.
They're going to look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He was intercepted on that last drive, the third one he's thrown in this first half alone. He'll look to right the ship here, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone.
Automatic touchdown. I won it.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time,
Celebrate.
Save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He bounced back from that 3-interception start to the ball game to throw a touchdown pass on their last drive. Now he'll try to keep that momentum moving here. 1st down.
Be slip screen.
They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that pick 6, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick 6, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays...
He has taken his lumps in this one. 4 interceptions. Of course, that last one was returned for the touchdown. So you got to wonder about his psyche right now as he begins this next drive, 1st and 10. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween.
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of the young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because...
That interception on the last drive, his 5th of the game. Thought that might be his last throw of the game, but alas, it is not. He's back out there. 1st and 10.
Játszunk így double slantet.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Give them 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Itt legalább látom, hogy miért volna a játék. Ez jó.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 2nd-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. They'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st.
It's 4th down.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They run. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30. On play action, they'll throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it.
Isaiah Likely, a 5-yard touchdown.
Good one.
And the Rams
Big one.
get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half is pretty much a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. Close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Pass interference. Defense.
És megadta. Elfogadjuk.
Flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Aleem McNeil able to record his 5th sack of the season. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game. Defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away.
Seahawks ellen. Nagyon jó lesz. Jó lesz. Direkt akar engem szivatni a játék, vagy mi van? Esőbe.
Welcome back, everyone, to Lumen Field here in Seattle. It's Rams football as we jump into the action in the first quarter of play. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Here we go, set.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something.
The Rams ready to go on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
He'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one swung out to Williams. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The LA offense ready for this next possession.
And
still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Incomplete.
Quick throw,
Nem
but it's
hiszem
going
el.
to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to bounce that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
These two teams, remember, met in Inglewood earlier in the year with the Rams coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go now.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. They've been faced with a tough test today here. Crowd's been really good. They're struggling. He's struggling. We'll see if they can pick things up.
And the crowd has had an impact, and they feel good about that because he's not playing very well. Not getting the ball to the right places, not doing things he normally does. He's got to find a way to turn it around against this hostile group.
Yeah, because on the road, don't you look to your quarterback a lot?
You have to, because you certainly can't look to the crowd to help you. They're there to be against you, so your quarterback has to lead you. And the best way he can do it is to play well.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Rams are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
His throw incomplete. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams, the one who came in and got him.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. And a throw there. Incomplete.
They certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
LA readies for its next possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Boye Mafe.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson, who's shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
2nd and 6. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down.
Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They'll look to throw again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early?
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No,
Szevasztok!